There are people who speak with power, and then there are those whose silence speaks louder than any voice in a room. Friedrich Nietzsche understood this better than most. He believed in a kind of strength that didn't need noise, a strength born from presence, not performance. In this video, we'll explore Nietzsche's philosophy on silent power, the calm confidence, the eerie stillness, the terrifying certainty of those who don't need to prove themselves, and why such people unsettle the world around them. Nietzsche was obsessed with power, not just political or physical, but psychological. The will to power, as he called it, wasn't about domination. It was about becoming the highest version of yourself, a person who no longer needs external validation. In the eyes of Nietzsche, the one who has mastered himself is more powerful than the one who rules over others. Such a person doesn't need to speak to command attention. They simply are. This is a silent power that terrifies people. Not because it's loud, but because it reflects what others lack: control, self-awareness, and depth. Why does silence unsettle us? It's simple. Most people live in noise, external and internal. They talk to be seen, to be heard, to be validated. When someone walks into a room and says nothing, yet owns the space, it challenges that. Nietzsche believed that silence was often the language of the strong. Not passive silence, but active, intentional stillness. The kind of quiet that says, I know who I am, I don't need to convince you. And this is terrifying to the insecure, because in the mirror of that silence, they see their own noise. One of Nietzsche's most famous ideas is the Übermensch, the overman. This isn't a superhero. It's a human being who has transcended societal expectations, emotional chaos, and moral dogma. The Übermensch isn't loud. He is still, calm, centered, not because life is easy, but because he's faced chaos and come out with clarity. He doesn't react. He chooses his response. He doesn't chase approval. He defines his own values. This creates an energy that can't be faked. It draws people in, and often makes others uncomfortable. In our world, noise is currency. We tweet, post, shout opinions into the void. Silence is rare. So when someone embodies stillness in a world of chaos, it feels alien. Nietzsche would likely say that our obsession with noise is a symptom of inner weakness. We speak because we cannot bear not being seen. But the person who is deeply rooted in themselves can live in quiet without feeling invisible. That kind of stillness is powerful and threatening. It makes people question their worth, their beliefs, their sense of control. So, how do you build the silent power? Nietzsche would argue, it starts with confronting yourself, your fears, your desires, your contradictions. Practice stillness. In a conversation, try not rushing to fill silence. In conflict, notice your urge to defend and ask, is it necessary? Read deeply. Think slowly. Observe more than you speak. Don't react. Respond. Become someone who doesn't seek the spotlight, but radiates enough gravity that the spotlight seeks them. Nietzsche once said, he was a why to live can bear almost anyhow. But perhaps more hauntingly, his silence in his later years, the years of madness, spoke more than his books. It was the silence of a man who had seen too much, thought too deeply, and felt too profoundly. To embody silent power is not about intimidation. It's about evolution. It's about rising above petty noise and finding a stillness that is undeniable. So the next time you enter a room, remember, you don't have to say a word to be heard. You don't need to shout to be felt. Nietzsche's silent power is a mirror, and for many, that's terrifying.